welcome to Assen in the Netherlands for the final round and the final race of the EMX150 Honda CRF European Championship, where when we arrived here yesterday, Emil Weckman was the leader of the championship by the slenderest of margins, 2 points over Jack Cliffe. Albin Larsson was third, 15 points further back, and Tim Edberg fourth, with Viking Lindstrom rounding out the top five. But we had a race yesterday, and it's Emil Weckman who is in the driving seat, having extended his lead to 5 points now. A little bit quiet here today, still pretty early in the morning, just before 9:30 here local time in Assen, on what is a purpose-built circuit at the Cathedral of Speed here on this MotoGP circuit. The final chicane on the racetrack is where the start line is. 25,000 cubic meters of sand has been delivered over the last few days to build this racetrack. A little bit short in its length, but it will get very, very bumpy indeed. But we are right up north this weekend. And the circuit, just over 1,500 meters long. As I said, it is quite a short lap time. The 150s yesterday lapping around about 136, 137 in the free practice sessions and the time training sessions. But in race one yesterday, it was a win for Emil Weckman. Cliffe was second, and as you can see now, 5 points separate those two riders. Edberg, 40 points adrift, so this is a two-horse race now between Weckman and Cliffe. Larsson has been pushed down to fourth, and Lindstrom is in fifth. There is Emil Weckman. He is your race leader, championship leader from Finland. The Manninen brothers rider. Just alongside him there, the number 12, Tatu Junela. So maybe there might even be a little bit of team tactical stuff going on here. But as it stands at the moment, as we're going into the final round, Emil Weckman, he has 4 race wins with his victory yesterday. Jack Cliffe has 5. And there is Jack Cliffe, the number 11, the young English rider. Hopefully he can get that bike started. There we go. And he has 5 race wins. So if Cliffe, this is how they qualified in time training yesterday. Junela was the fastest with a 1:36.896, 3/10 quicker than Weckman. Henry Visselin was third, Cliffe fourth, Larsson fifth, and the rest of the riders on screen. Now if the riders tie on points, and to do that, Jack Cliffe needs to win this final moto of the year, and Emil Weckman needs to come home in third. That will be a points tie. Jack Cliffe will have more race wins and will therefore be deemed the overall champion. He will also have 2 round wins to his credit, which will be 1 more than Weckman. And so as a result of that, race wins is what counts. Remember Stephen Clark and Brian Bogus last year in the 250 European Championship. Bogus had 3 overall round wins. Stevie Clark only had a second as his best podium finish, but he had 2 race wins compared to Brian Bogus, who was a one-time race winner despite those 3 overall victories. And that is how the championship will be decided. So a lot to play for here in this 150 CRF final round of 2015. Ingo Parch, our race director, bringing everybody under starters orders now. Getting ready to go racing. There is Weckman. He is going to be in gate number 1. 5-second board is up. Gate about to drop. It's a long start straight here, nice and wide as well. Opens up on the left-hand side if you look at it, the right-hand side for Weckman, which is where they rejoin the track. But into the first corner they go, and straight away into the wave section. And it's Mac Buens, the Dutch rider, the same as yesterday. Got a flying start yesterday. And Weckman in 4th position. Where is Cliffe? Another poor start. There he is, just around the outside. So Mac Buens holding a tight line. Emil Weckman knows he just has to beat Cliffe just to be sure of the title. And already up on the pegs and diving into the lead, who ends there in second place. Trying to pick up the rider in third as they come through turn 8. Furthest point away from the start line area, 23 it is, Håkan Fredriksson. And then the 45 of Pascal Youngman is in fourth place. Alexis Collignon in the green over there on the right-hand side. Looks to have got a good start as well in fifth. He was ninth as he went over the split time. Into the main paddock area, across the back of the hospitality. Remember, this is a road race facility here. And Fredriksson making a move on Mac Bouwens. Bouwens was running good yesterday, but just had two little offs in quick succession and ruined his chances. But, was that Tato Yuna? I think it was, yeah, 12, almost into the back of the 59, Collignon. So the riders working their way round to complete their first lap here. Not looking good for Cliffe at the moment, who put in a great performance yesterday because he made a terrible start and he had to work his way through the field, did Cliffe. By the midpoint of the race, he got up into second and closed down the gap to less than a second. It was more than 10 seconds at one point between Cliffe and Emil Weckman. But here is Cliffe here, number 11. So Cliffe in 12th place at the moment. A lot of work to do, and 12th place, 10.5 seconds down on our race leader and his main challenger for the championship. He has to win this race to Jack Cliffe, and Emil Weckman has to finish third. Cliffe going past the 47 of Louis Otero. As a rider falls, that helps him out a little bit. That's Schweller, number 77. He made his first appearance, remember, Eric Schweller in Germany at Teushenthal. Should have won a race that day as well, actually, but fell with a lap or so to go in moto number 2. But Cliffe going after the 54 of Viking Lindstrom. Loves riding in the sand as Cliffe on the left, number 11. 2 race wins last time out in Belgium at Lommel. And the circuit here, very, very similar in its nature, but need to get a good start, and that's exactly what Emil Weckman has done. The sand here actually very beach-like in terms it's quite heavy. It's white sand. The water sits on top if it rains or when they water the circuit. It takes a long time to penetrate. But Viking Lindstrom, one of the riders, he's a top 5 runner in the championship. So making it very difficult for Jack Cliffe, who goes around the outside looking for that momentum, gets the job done there, and then immediately goes after the 81 of Andrea Adamo. Lindstrom 5th in the championship after race 1. But Cliffe just knows he's got to get his head down here. Might just be riding on instinct now. Weckman, though, 1.5 seconds clear, but it's Tato Yuna who is the fastest rider on track at the moment, a 1:48.866 compared to the 49.6 of Emil Weckman. The race leader. Fastest lap yesterday was Jack Cliffe, 1:45.691. So the circuit a lot quicker yesterday than it is today. Didn't do too much track preparation overnight. Left a lot of the holes in there because obviously it is quite a short lap, but they fixed the jump faces and they've got their work cut out here just to get those jumps in tip-top form in between sessions, of course. A little bit more ramp on the jumps this time as well. They were quite flat yesterday, the jumps. But when you're building a track in 4 days, just like they have done here, Lee Van Dam, the organizer, doing a great job in helping facilitate and put on this event here at Assen, making history, of course, this weekend. Wow, down the inside there, the 46. 48, Edberg. And 45, Pascal Youngman. Oh, and 23 goes down, and that's second Fredriksson from second position. So that might even help out Cliffe. Oh, and 45, Youngman also getting caught there, and Cliffe did go past this time. So suddenly, this kid here, Cliffe, has definitely got his race face on. But he's got two Finns in first and second. Emil Weckman and Tatu Junila both ride for the same Manninen brothers outfit up there in Finland. Those guys do a great job in bringing the young talent on in Finland. And Cliffe will first have to find his way past Junila and then past Weckman. And there's no way that Junila, even if he wanted to go out and win a race, would find his way into the lead. I'm sure of that. Junila, his best position this year so far. Fourth in a race. And that was the opening race of the year in Italy, Trentino. 11th yesterday in race 1. But Cliffe hanging off the back of that CRF 150. Is that Lindstrom ahead of him? Edberg, sorry, 48. Larson outside of the points, 21st. Wondering whether he's picking up riding with an injury, actually, Albin Larson, because he was off the pace yesterday. Just went through the motions. But that's how it would finish if it were to stay like this. But Cliffe obviously trying to make his way towards the front. There was Weckman just ahead of him, going through the long right-hander that leads to the finish corner. So he's got a mountain to climb. He's 17 seconds down with 12 3/4 minutes to go. Here's number 11, Jack Cliffe. Tatu Junila is second over the line now. He's 3.5 seconds adrift of Emil Weckman. Mac Buens of the Netherlands is in third place, the diminutive Dutch kid. Almost 12 seconds adrift of the leader. Then we've got Collignon, Edberg and Cliffe in 6th place. Cliffe here in the yellow helmet. Will he try to square up or go around the outside? He thinks about momentum. But you can see what happens there. There's already a berm starting to appear as they go through that first corner. And that just builds up, makes it difficult for the rider to cut back to the inside, as Cliffe thought about doing. Edberg definitely not going to make it easy. Fourth in the championship, third now at the expense of number 3, Albin Larson, who didn't score points yesterday. Oh, Cliffe gets it completely wrong, almost. Hits the bank there on the side. That's given a little bit of breathing space to Tim Edberg. Rider down on the other side of the jump there. So Federico Rocha, I think that was 43, if it was. So Cliffe then trying to make up that lost ground. That mistake. Half a lap ago. Here's a look at the start again. Emil Weckman right up the inside here, closest to camera. Number 25 hanging off the back. Where was Cliffe? Cliffe right in the middle there, look, just got squeezed, didn't make a good jump, and is trying to get across everybody. His starts haven't been on point this weekend. Handing the advantage both times to Emil Weckman. And here is your race leader. GoPro mounted on top of the helmet. Nice and clean, you would think, as well. Found his way quickly past Mac Buens. Definitely been doing his homework over the last few weeks, since the penultimate round at Lommel. Cliffe going after, there's a back marker in there, the 46, that's Yana Sanchez. He's got Edberg right there, number 48. And then there's Buens and Collignon. So if he just looks up, about 2-3 seconds ahead of him, he's got Collignon, Buens there, all third, fourth place. So Collignon now at the third here, number 2. The tall French kid. Ooh, back end just getting a little bit wayward there. Buens looking like he's in trouble as well in the background, just trying to wrestle that little 150 around. One of the shortest riders on the track in this field is Mac Buens. There he is. And being closed in on now as well by Edberg, the 48 of Sweden. So Mac Buens fell from 3rd yesterday on lap 4, dropped down to 13th. So he had 2 crashes in the space of a lap. Eventually got himself back to 10th place, but made it very, very difficult for himself. And he looks for the smoother line, pulls the tear off, and look at that, Edberg around the outside, got the momentum going. And Cliffe looking to go through as well. Over the Monster Energy finish line jump, and look at him alongside. Will he try to cut back? Or will he try to go around the outside? The long way round there. Might get squeezed going into turn 2. And he does so. So Buens had the shortest route through, the straightest route from the inside of turn 1 to the inside of turn 2, but he bobbles through the waves, and Cliffe should go down the inside, but just bottled it. There's Unila in the opposite direction. So Cliffe 19 seconds down on the race leader. Weckman 6.3 seconds clear of fellow Finn and inverted commas teammate Tatu Unila. Cliffe getting a good drive up towards a tabletop jump, lands it, going to go around the outside here at the end straight. Oh, and Buens almost charged down the inside. There was almost contact there between the 2 riders. Cliffe can't give up here. Just keeping that momentum going. See the ground he lost to Tim Edberg. Just ahead of him. So Edberg 4th. And you'll see the flash of green in the next corner. That's Alexis Collignon. So he's still got 3 or 4 seconds to make up just to get himself into 3rd place. And time is running out. 7 minutes plus 2 to go. Working it well, though. Only been racing for a couple of years as Jack Cliffe. And already on the back of Tim Edberg. It's the longest way round, but he's thinking about the momentum. Can't pass if you follow. Will he try to cut to the inside at the end of the straight and follow him into turn 2? Probably what he'll have to do, Cliffe, but yes, he has. As they dive into turn 2 there, look. There's Collignon as well in green, so Collignon might be getting caught here by Edberg in red and Cliffe in the red and yellow. Again, taking the berm option around the outside. Number 60, Carl Jorgensen, out of 16th place in that tight right-hander. So Viking Lindstrom fell, and as he got going, he just tried to avoid him, didn't he, and slid out and hit the bank. '23's been off as well. Again, Håkon Fredriksson, so falling from 8th place, being pushed down to 12th then. Håkon Fredriksson of Norway. 7th in the championship. He might lose ground to Eric Schweller, who is now 7th ahead of him. So championship as it stands at the moment is Emil Weckman 259, Cliffe on 245, Edberg 212, Larsen drops to 4th on 200, and Lindstrom. Oh, and Collignon's down. So Collignon, well, that hands a massive advantage to Edberg and Cliffe. Does he lose the front end, or did he get a high side? Yeah, buried the front. You see how soft the sand is here. And there's Edberg and Cliffe around the outside. And that was a stationary yellow. So Cliffe now up to 3rd. And the gap, 10 seconds to Tatu Unila in the opposite direction on the face of the jump there. Just the other side of that parts banner. Talk about making it hard work for yourself, Jack. Great starts last time out in Belgium. Just maybe a little bit slow on the reactions this weekend, but can't question your speed. But 1:49.4, Cliffe's best lap of the race on lap 3. Emil Weckman a 1:48.5 on lap 2. What was his lap time compared to Unela last time? Obviously, he had a bit of traffic ahead of him. Unela was a 51.9, Big Cliffe only 2/10 quicker. There's Weckman in the far corner, making his way round towards the finish line with about 3.5 minutes plus 2 to go. 7 seconds clear of Unela. Cliffe almost 17 seconds down on the race leader and potential champion now. Emil Weckman, here he is. Oh, this is Unela. The taller of the two. Mannanen brothers, riders. Larson up to 9th now on the number 3. So maybe just an off day yesterday, maybe just had a prank. And just a bad start today, maybe got caught somewhere on the first lap as well. But there's Tatu Unela. Grandstand starting to fill out nicely now. We've got a packed schedule here today. And is that the 23? Again, it is. So Håkan Fredriksson's race going from bad to worse now. And he will lose 7th in the championship. He's now tied on points with Eric Schweller. And for sure, he would have lost a little bit more ground there. Here's Cliffe, second rider in shot, behind the media stands. So up above there, second, third floor is where the hospitality, where's all the media rooms here at Assen. Down towards the start straight on the road race circuit, of course. Cliffe just going past the number 24. Was it the 24? A minute and a half to go. Has he got that gap down ever so slightly? Well, he was quicker, significantly quicker than Tatu Unela last time, a 53.2 and a 51.5 for Cliffe. Here he is through the final corner. That's Cliffe over the line. Here's Weckman, your race leader, just going through now. Here's Unela. So Weckman going in the opposite direction, into that tight right-hander. Man down. So the 66. Oh, over the handlebars. And soft landing. Number 80. Number 60, sorry, Carl Jorgensen. Here's Emil Weckman. The 2-lap board will go out next time around because he's 20 seconds away from normal time running down. Back of all the hospitality suites now, the paddock just there behind. That was completely flat through there at the start of the weekend. So these guys doing a great job on the tiny, small-wheeled, well, big-wheeled 150s, but small frames. Working his way towards the final turn here. Emil Weckman, he was 8 seconds clear of Tatu Unela at the start of the penultimate lap 3 laps to go. 2 laps to go now, though. And Weckman, who already has 4 race wins, looking at making it 5. It will also be 2 overall round victories, but he will cement his place at the top of the standings, and that red plate will turn to a gold plate. Just needs to keep it up right now for the final 2 laps, but here's Cliffe, number 11. 8 seconds down on Unila. A slower lap as well by about 8/10, so obviously getting caught in a little bit of traffic that time around, Cliffe, but just left himself a mountain to climb. It was a tall order yesterday, but he eventually got through to second and closed down. Oh, Larson. So Larson out of 7th. No such dramas for this kid, though. Number 25, Emil Weckman. There's Unila, number 12, his teammate, just here. And then Cliffe will land any moment now. There he is. Given everything this weekend, Jack Cliffe. Just the only thing letting him down, though, just his starts. Not as efficient, not as effective as they were in Lommel at the penultimate round. So nearing the final lap of this Honda European CRF 150 Championship. Weckman already through, look, number 25. Unila over the line now, that gap 7.5 seconds. Quite a young kid, but a mature rider as well, got a mature head on his shoulders. Even after the race yesterday, he just said, not thinking about the championship at the moment. I know I've got another race to do. Even though he extended his point lead from 2 to 5 over Cliffe. Cliffe just taking a quick look across to his left, sees Unila going in the opposite direction. That gap 7 seconds, but crucially 14 seconds back of the race leader here. And potential champion, Emil Weckman. As I said before, definitely done his homework, definitely been putting the time in. So Weckman then, a winner first time out in Italy in terms of a race win. But it was Larson who was victorious that day. Took a race win at Matterley Basin, which got him the overall. Took a race win in Germany, but had to be content with 2nd overall on that occasion because it was Tim Edberg who was your overall winner then. The Czech Republic got a 2nd and an 8th. And then in Belgium, he had 2 second-place finishes behind Jack Cliffe. Took a race win yesterday. And today will be a double moto victory, his first in 2015, and what a way to win the Honda CRF 150 European Championship. Emil Weckman lays the bike down, goes straight to the crew. And Emil Weckman is the new champion. Jack Cliffe comes over the line. Commiserations to him, but put in all the work. And there is the team manager. So Cliffe then, see how disappointed he is. But here is your champion, Emil Weckman. Emil Weckman got off to a great start in 2015 by winning the first race of the year at Trentino. 5 wins later, he is the 2015 CRF 150 European champion. Putting in some great rides along the way, including Matterley Basin, Germany at Teushenthal. 2 seconds in Belgium secured him a 2-point advantage coming into this final round. Emil Weckman is your new champion. Little bit of work going on out on track, getting it ready for our next race, which immediately follows here, the 125 European Championship race, race 2. But what a race for Emil Weckman. What a weekend for him. Last year it was Albie Wilkie that won it. Remember, he was in that battle with another one of the Manningham brothers riders, actually, Jari Haavisto. But it's 1-1 in terms of Finland versus the UK in that little battle in this 150 European Championship. Because tables have turned. Emil Weckman now, Finland, winning out. The double moto win here this weekend. The result in race 2, Emil Weckman your winner, Tato Junila second, Cliffe was third, Edberg fourth, Koninjon, Schweller, Adamo, Lindstrom, Buens and Vesselund were your top 10. But your overall round win belongs to Emil Weckman, Cliffe second, 8 points he lost today. Edberg third, Koninjon fourth, Junila, Schweller, Lindstrom and Vesselund your top 8. Mac Buens ninth overall, and Slade Tressler of the USA came home in 10th place. European Championship results then. 2:59 for Weckman, 10 points adrift. Jack Cliffe second, and third overall will go to Tim Edberg, edging out Albin Larsson, who's always been in there. But this weekend, just not happening for Albin Larsson. Viking Lindstrom coming home in 5th behind Larsson, and Alexei Kolinjon 6th, Fredriksson 7, Schweller 8th, Junila 9, and Timothy Bury was 10th. Overall in this Honda 150 CRF European Championship. So podium, first of all then, for the day. And third overall this weekend, Tim Edberg. And for Tim Edberg, of course, third visit to the podium for him. Second overall for Jack Cliffe. I guess bittersweet emotions for Jack Cliffe. Second overall, probably more than he'd hoped for, but Emil Weckman, your overall winner this weekend. And Gordon Crockart, as always, the man behind the scenes here of this Honda CRF 150 European Championship class. Lee Van Dam, the CEO of the MXGP Assen here, the organizer, handing the third place trophy to Tim Edberg. As I said before, that's his third trophy of the year. Jack Cliffe takes his second place trophy. And for Cliffe, 4 visits to the podium, 5 for him actually. A third, a second, a win and a second. But Dr. Wolfgang Streb, the FIM Europe president, hands Emil Weckman his winner's trophy for winning here in Assen, the final round of this Honda 150 European Championship. Gordon Crockart on behalf of Honda. Theo Verdigem, the MXGP Assen board member, handing him that manufacturer's trophy. Gauthier Paulin delivers A Fox check to Tim Edberg, €150 voucher for him. Emil Weckman standing there proudly on the top step of the podium. He won't receive one of those. Jack Bincliffe will, though. But the Fox Instinct boot going to Emil Weckman. Of course, he gets himself a pair of those. That'll be the second pair of those that he's picked up over the season. But he's got himself a pair now, hasn't he? Eddie Hurd, though, the FIM Europe Motocross Commission president, hands the gold plate. And look what it means to him. Now it finally sinks in. Look at that emotion from Emil Weckman. He's trying to brave it out. National anthem time for the Finns. Emil Weckman, Jack Bincliffe and Tim Edberg, your top three on the day here at the final round of the Honda CRF 150 Championship here at Assen, the round of the Netherlands. And I believe we will have the presentation of the top three in the championship as well. Grandstands, as you can see, really starting to fill up. Even some fans there from the other side, look, in road race leathers. Good on you, boys. So the top three, the same in the championship as it is in the overall classification of the day. Tim Edberg gets his third place. Bronze medal from Dr. Wolfgang Schrubb. Second goes to Jack Bincliffe. And he's managed to get rid of those tears. He's dried his eyes out. Emil Weckman takes his European Championship gold medal. There's your top three. Bincliffe in the middle. Sorry, Emil Weckman in the middle. Jack Bincliffe to the left, second overall. And to the right there, Tim Edberg, third overall. And it was 2.59 for Weckman, 2.49 in the end for Bincliffe. And Tim Edberg finishing on 2.12. Good job, boys. Not easy getting around the deep sand here at Assen, but as you can see, beautiful day here at the moment. Crowds starting to fill into that main grandstand. Just above the first corner. Here's how it went down, though, in race 2. It was Mac Bouwens who pulled a whole shot there, number 59 of the Netherlands. Right behind him, though, was Emil Weckman, who didn't waste any time getting to the front. But Jack Bincliffe, the challenger for the crown, was buried in, well, outside the top 10, 11th, 12th place in the early stages, as Weckman got his head down and just did all he could do. Alexis Collignon found his way past Bouwens. You've got Edberg behind him and also Bincliffe, but then he also would suffer later on in the race as Tim Edberg and Bincliffe both went around the outside of Bouwens to get themselves closer to the front of the field. Close moment there, almost. But Viking Lindström picked himself up, but the number 60, or the number 60 of Carl Jorgensen wasn't so lucky. Bincliffe at this point, though, was just counting down the laps as Jorgensen went down again. Tato Junela got himself into a good position in second. Bincliffe was up to third. But Emil Weckman, though, a win in race 1 on Saturday, followed by a win in Moto number 2, secured the deal. And he is the 150 Honda CRF European champion. And our European champion is down there getting ready to speak to Lisa Leyland.
Emil Weckman, a huge congratulations. You are the EMX150 Honda champion. 2 double moto wins today to turn that red plate into the gold plate.
Yeah, it's good to have the gold plate because that's the best thing. And yeah, now I have 2 good days. Yesterday and now 2 hot shots and good rides. So that's what I do here.
Huge congratulations. Thank you. Second today, and of course second overall in the champion, is Jack Cliffe. I know it's bittersweet emotions for you. You do have the silver medal, but bad starts kind of let you down this weekend, didn't they?
Yeah, I tried really hard in the starts, but just didn't get the jump. Then just tried really hard in the races, and I'm so proud of myself and everyone else, all on the team, and everyone for coming second.
Congratulations, you should be proud of yourself, thank you. We have Tim Edberg, third today, and of course third overall in the championship. I know you took full advantage when Collingon went down earlier.
Yeah, that was, that make life easy, you know. So I just ride my race today and yeah, got the third in the championship, so just amazing, you know.
Congratulations, thank you, Tim.
Tim Edberg started the day 4th overall, started the weekend 4th overall. 16 points, 18 points adrift of Albin Larsson, but he was able to turn that around and secure third in the overall standings. Jack Cliffe, of course, was 2 points behind at the start of the weekend. That came 5 after race 1 yesterday, where he finished behind Emil Weckman, and he wasn't able to do anything about him today either. 2 poor starts this weekend for Jack Cliffe. But when it mattered, Emil Weckman, number 25, pulled out 2 good starts, stayed clear ahead of the field in both races, and made sure of those 2 lots of 25 points to walk away with his first double of the season. And Emil Weckman, of course, is the overall round winner here in Assen, but also the Honda 150 CRF European champion for 2015. And there are the Honda backroom boys there with your European champion. Of course, normally what happens here is you see Godier Paulin being interviewed there, but Emil Weckman, normally, as we saw with Albi Wilkie and Filippo Grigoletto, the first ever winner in this competition 2 years ago, they get a ride on a EMX150 team the following year. And look at the grandstands really starting to pack out now. But Emil Weckman, not old enough to ride in the EMX150 championship, so we'll have to see what happens there. We will get an announcement from Honda, of course, soon, because it still would have gone down to the wire if it would have been Jack Cliffe. I'm sure he is old enough and he would have secured a deal with one of the European teams, possibly J-Tech, of course. But so we just wait on announcement now to see what that might be. Of course, he might receive extra help from Honda Finland. Either way, though, he is a European champion. Well, next up is race 2 of the EMX125s.